what's up guys? Welcome to another ITS Tactical Gear Review. Today we're going to be doing a little supplemental video to our article on our MAROPS gear review on Watershed dry bags. So what we've got here today are two different dry bags, the two we reviewed in the article, which are the small utility bag and the Stennis, which is a brand new design for Watershed, which combines some of the awesome features of the Kodiak backpack as well as the large ruck liner, I believe is what it's called. But anyhow, we feel these are great bags. They're the stitching on these things is amazing. There's a lot of time and dedication that goes into making each one of these bags. They're all handmade and bonded, and we just think that these are fantastic bags. So let's get right into this bigger bag so we can get this thing the hell out of the way here. If you can even see the whole bag in the gear review. But what we've got here is the Stennis, and this is the purpose of this bag is to, well, let's not get into all the uses of the bag. I don't want to take up any more of your time than you're willing to give for this video review. So let's just say read the article. We've got a lot of detailed information on the uses of these bags. But essentially we just wanted to use this video as a way to go over the bags visually so you can kind of get an idea of what these features are that we talk about in the article. And one of the first things that separates Watershed bags apart from other so-called waterproof bags are these manual inflation tubes here, or oral inflation tubes, I'm sorry. But the purpose of these things, and these are only available on their MTP line, which is their military tactical products, I believe is what that's called. And these are to manually inflate and deflate these bags to be used when, obviously, to deflate it if you're submerging it underwater, or inflating it if you're using it as a float bag. But these oral inflation tubes take their design from these old school UDT vests, which are kind of these horse collar devices that were made popular in the UDT days before SEAL teams. And they use this the same manual inflation hose, or tube here, I keep calling it hose, to inflate and deflate these jackets. So anyhow, the way these work is there's a locking collar on these. If you just screw this up or down, it either locks, which means you can't depress it and deflate the bag, or it releases by turning it clockwise and you can let the air out of these bags. So that covers that. These are stainless steel retaining rings that adjust here, and I believe this is a brass ring. These typically can get corrosion on them. A little CLR and a little brass wire brush will clean that right off though. So these things are very dependable. They do hold up even to saltwater use. So let's close this off, and I'll take all this air out of this bag and show you what it looks like inside. First, let's kind of go over the straps. These straps are very low profile, which the reason for that is that the foam is very thin, which means that they'll be able to submerge underwater without these straps becoming too buoyant and trying to float your bag up to the surface when you're trying to stay underwater. So here's what the big heavy duty polyurethane YKK zipper looks like. And this thing is a massive zipper. Same type of zipper that is used on dry suits. You typically find it there. So we'll open this bad boy up here. All that air just deflated out of this bag. So you can see it's fairly easy to open up. It's a huge zipper, so it does take a little while. And you can see what this coated interior looks like. The material. There's that oral inflation tube hole right there at the top. And then this bag itself, the Stennis, is huge. I think you can probably fit a midget in here. Carry it on your back. The home stenographer from the Chappelle Show, right? So anyhow, here's the chafe liner, and these are not going to be made in multicam in the final production version. We talked to them about that, and they're going to come with the standard 1000D Cordura liners, chafe liners that they usually come with. But this is just some 330D that they whipped up to throw into these before they went into production. So anyhow, the chafe liner is just to protect the interior of the bag from puncture from whatever you're carrying inside the bag. As you see also on the outside of this, it's got two 1-inch webbing carry handles on each side of the bag, which is particularly important. Help lift this thing out. And again, on the straps, one more thing to reiterate is it does have a sternum strap, and there is no waist belt. But let me show you how these straps remove too. I think that's probably an important feature to show. And this is a I believe this is probably a 1.5 inch webbing here on the top, and then the bottom here is a 1 inch webbing. But as you can see, the straps get removed, and what you're left with is just this here. So obviously you've got this 1 inch webbing you have to roll up and deal with, but a little 100-mile-an-hour tape will take care of that real quick. So the linking right here up in the top of the shoulder straps is metal, and you don't have to worry about that rusting out, it's coated. Alright, we're going to splice this in real quick because we have a little bit more time in the video, but what we didn't show is how this bag can swallow one of these Mr. Ranch Kodiak packs, these huge jumbo packs here. So we'd like to show that real quick. We've got some photos of it, but we decided we should go ahead and show that on video as well. Now this pack isn't loaded down, but in the photos we have online, we did load down the pack. It fit just fine in the stents. So there it is, the entire Mystery Ranch pack. This is the Kodiak size pack, which Mystery Ranch used to produce a pack known as the BDSB, or the Big Dana Special Blend Pack, which is roughly the same size as the Kodiak. So pretty much most issue large internal frame packs can fit in this bag. But again, you can check out the dimensions of the Kodiak. I believe it's 7,000 cubic inches on Mystery Ranch's website. There we go. Completely enclosed in a Watershed stennis bag. Back to the video. So let's move on to the small utility bag for time's sake. Now this is their zip dry closure. Same oral inflation tube here, just as before. It's got a large 2-inch strap here that secures it. Helps compress the bag. And then when you roll down the bag, it's got these 1-inch Fastex buckles on the sides here that secure that rolled up closure. Now again, this is their zip dry closure, which we showed a video on this during SHOT Show. But if you just kink this in an S, you can pull that right apart. Let me show that again. And dude from Watershed was standing on this bag at the SHOT Show. I won't do that today, but squeeze there out. Like that. Kink the S, and just pull it right apart. Very easy. And then on this bag, also right below the 1-inch straps here, or the 1-inch buckles, you've got 2 D-rings for tying the bag off or securing it, or tying on a tow line and dragging it behind you. But here's also the shape liner from this, which again is going to be 1000D Cordura, and I believe they said it's going to be foliage color on the multicam bags. But anyhow, the multicam color is new for this year from Watershed, so they were telling us that they're going to have an updated military side of their website soon, so look for these bags online. And please let us know if you have any questions. This has been a gear review on Watershed dry bags for our MAROPS gear review article. Thanks for watching.